too.
Have a blessed day.
Yes, you too, Miss Mary.
Oh man, this is good. This is good. It was great to have some new people here. You know, Sister Joycelyn and Brother Dutel and Sister Zan, and Sister Kyra and Talisa and everyone else who came out today. Again, this is is a hope. It's an intention, right? As Brother Ray mentioned earlier, we don't deal in fantasy, so we know that this energy is going to continue, right? So we know that this thing is not going to stop murder.
Right.
But we know that we have to be very honest with ourselves. But we hope that this created a little more air of positivity.
Yeah.
Right? We hope that through us walking and lighting candles and pouring water, that the invisible energies, right, carry, and that those physical, our brothers and sisters who maybe come into space, they feel a little more positive when they enter the space, when they pass these corners, when they pass the blocks that we've walked and we've walked on for the last 3 hours. We hope that they just feel a little more peaceful, a little more happy, that they remember their desire to live. Right? I wrote a poem a couple years ago, called Fallen Soldiers, and it was 2011. Prior to us starting this Bless the Corners thing, there was a fundraiser, fashion show it was called Fallen Hearts, for people who lost their life in the war. And they called me and asked me, Sugar Ray, can you do some spoken word? I was like, I don't know about who got killed in the war. I really can't speak to this. But then it hit me that our brothers and sisters killed in the street, this is a war, right? They're at war for life. They're at war for freedom. They're at war for their liberties. And so I wrote this poem. It's one of my favorites. Out of all the poems I've written and got published, this is one of my favorites. It's called Fallen Soldiers. Fallen soldiers in the streets. Soldiers falling from the heat. Not the heat from the sun, but the heat from the guns. Bullets flying, ripping flesh. Bones breaking, then comes death. Tears and hugs, it's all a buzz. So I ask you a question, where's the love? People say they love themselves, yet they go and kill their brother. Oh my bad, y'all not related, so I guess it's just another. Body down, no longer breathing. Blood splattered, loved ones grieving. This world is sad, these young ones leaving before they even start believing. In themselves, they lock themselves. Some call this war, call it hell. Tell me why we kill each other. Do we not all have a mother? I say let love lead, some controlled by lust and greed. Chasing this thing called power. Tell me this world ain't ours. If we let peace be, tomorrow our kids will see. Parents dying rapidly, children filled with pain and grief. How we gonna stop their tears and ease their mind from all their fears? Man, we gotta touch their hearts and let them feel the love from God. So that's my poem, that's my piece. We're gonna light this candle, and we're gonna send some positive energy out. So our loved ones that are no longer here, whose blood have been splattered on this pavement, asking them to stand with us, to walk with us, to guide us, to protect us in our community as we leave our community. Our loved ones that are not from the community, so that no one else has to experience that pain of murder. So it's an increase, we have to keep working, but the destination is no more lives, right? Lost, that's the destination. Right. Until we get there, we're gonna be here, we're gonna be meditating, we're gonna be holding up our beloveds. Back to the earth, right? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You got the water?
So, you know, Paul libations. This libation statement comes from Kwanzaa, but I think it applies for us today, right? So I just want to read it real fast. It says, our fathers and mothers came here, lived, loved, struggled, and built here. At this place, their love and labor rose like the sun and gave strength and meaning to the day. For them, then, who gave so much, we give in return. On the same soil, we will sow our seeds in liberation and a higher level of human life. May our eyes be like the eagle, our strength be like the elephant, and the boldness of our life be like the lion. And may we remember and honor our ancestors and the legacy they left for as long as the sun shines and the water flows. For our people everywhere then, for Shaka, Samori, and Zinga, and all the others known and unknown who defended our ancestral lands, history, and humanity from alien invaders. For Garvey, Muhammad, Malcolm, King, Harriet, Fannie Lou, Sojourner, Bethune, Nat Turner, and all others who dare to defend, define, and develop our interests as a people, for our children and the fuller and freer lives they will live because we struggle. For the new world we struggle to build, and for the continued struggle through which we inevitably rescue and reconstruct our history and humanity in our own image and according to our needs. Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.
Yeah.
Pull it out, pull it out.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
The community is blessed.
Yes. Blessings. Blessings.
Thank y'all.